I don't hear really an echo, and I got it up.
Yeah, now it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't know where it came from, but I definitely heard it for a second.
Yeah, I don't know either.
We live.
But are we live now? Oh, it took long enough, boy. I'll tell you.
Hey man, listen here. I don't know what happened to my AirPods.
Look at us.
Hey.
They got up and walked out. I lost one of mine, so I'm out
So
here.
you know what's hilarious? So there's this chick on Twitter named Caramello. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
Two
follow
people.
her.
Yeah. So me and her, we was chopping it up. She was talking about AirPods and about how like she wears over the head headphones because she's tired of losing AirPods. This is literally like Friday. I literally was telling her, I was like, nah, listen here. I'm on my last one. As long as I don't lose this one, I'm good. I was like,
Jinx yourself,
I'm
bro.
AirPodding it up.
You did. You
Lo and
definitely,
behold, this
jinxed yourself.
weekend, lost the motherfuckers.
You can't do that,
Mercury,
bro. It's the
Yeah,
super
bro.
moon. It's a
yeah, Mercury retrograde. It's Mercury retrograde, bro.
hey, bro.
Oh,
You
It's been
hey,
wild.
a,
this is the
it's been a
super.
wild. It's been a wild weekend, bro. It's definitely been a wild weekend in general.
Yeah,
You ain't
Bro, I
supposed
just
to
had to
do
drop
that.
960 on my brakes.
That's
That's what I'm
rough.
saying.
That's
960.
insane.
Oh my god, I felt bad because I had to buy 2 tires today. And you, man.
Brakes and rotors, bro. Like, man, pull up.
Yeah,
How many did you have to buy?
Front and rear.
Ah, tragic.
Very
Yeah.
tragic.
Damn.
sometimes it don't pay, man. We should have
It
just
do.
been Kia
Man.
boys, the steel cars. They ain't got to pay
Just
for
been
it.
Kia boys. Y'all niggas.
Yeah.
Okay.
I see you, Bacardi, showing thigh. Bacardi really trying to get this
Look, ooh, he
Patreon
got his
coming.
burnt rims off.
Hey,
he tried to.
look, I'm chilling. Look, I'm chilling, fam. You know what I'm saying? We relaxing, nigga.
You
Like,
definitely got the
you know what I'm
thigh
saying?
out.
You know what I'm saying?
Thigh out.
Big
Niggas
thigh.
is chilling. Look at ass.
I was like,
Sky's
oh,
out.
Niggas is,
Thighs out.
hey,
niggas is chilling, fam.
You know,
We supposed to
hoochie
be chilling.
daddies. We're
Just
trying to get all the extra coin.
I feel you, bro.
so,
Bacardi said, "Hey,
Get the views up.
we need to hit this goal."
We need the
you know what I'm
views
saying?
up.
Show a little leg. You know what I'm saying? I'm for all the energy, fam.
What they doing
he
over
said, "It's
there?
a
Show
little
a little,
leg."
They
show a
said,
little leg. We trying to get this money, fam. You know what I'm
yo, see that
saying? Like,
thumbnail. Like, hold on. What he got going on?
I ain't playing with him. You know what I'm saying? I ain't playing with him at all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No games
By any means
played.
necessary.
Oh
But
shit!
that shit funny though. Let me start. I'm gonna share this shit too. We need to make sure everybody share this motherfucking link. I
Oh
need to
yeah,
get in
shit.
here.
Wait, can I share it without? Is it gonna kick me out? Can y'all still hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you.
All right, bet. Just making sure because my technical issues over there. What up, Bo?
Bo jumped in. Okay, we starting to get some
What's
people. Okay.
happening?
I mean, Bo always here. We can always count on Bo. The only time,
Why
and
not?
when he missed it, he come back on it like, damn it, I missed it.
Right. Be late.
Yeah.
Okay, there go the comments. I was wondering why I didn't see the comment.
Yeah, it was in the private chat. We had to go over.
Okay. Let me share this link. Bo, share the link, fam. You know what I'm saying? We trying to get everybody in here. If you went, you know what I'm saying? All right, where the hell did the link go? Oh, okay, I know what happened. But I mean, this is you gonna we just pretty much kind of do like a recap of what we already pretty much did the other one that was on the Patreon, or are we going? This is literally just a new. We just talking more Black Geek stuff.
I mean, either we can. I was thinking of just talking more Black Geek stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Because I know like the last one we was supposed to have been like introducing ourselves to everybody and doing all that kind of stuff and what we doing on the podcast, but we didn't really have nobody in there to do all that, so we was really just kind of talking.
I mean, we can rerun through it.
Let me show this link. Copy.
Oh,
Oh, come on now, buddy.
I know.
Too
DH,
early.
tired, G?
It's been a long
I'm
day.
always tired.
You ain't get a nap.
You are
CJ?
always
What
tired.
up, K-Mo?
You a tired ass nigga.
I'll be
You a
busy.
side ass
You tired as hell
nigga.
all the time.
This you can't be that old already, bro. You
Bro.
can't be.
Now,
You
Bro,
can't.
granted, I mean I know that like my energy is a little different level of energy.
I just go to sleep late and wake up early. I don't get a lot of sleep.
Well, maybe
Oh, I
you
get that.
change that.
Sleep out. Go to he just go. You just go sleep when you feel like it. You just be just up till he ain't. I just be up till he ain't.
Where's my thing at? There we go. Nope, not on
Okay.
that.
Where are we even at? Where did we get any more donations to the Black Geek documentary?
I mean, we had 12%.
We at 12 still right now. I feel like that's where
Mm,
we've been at.
man, it's rough. It's rough out here.
And we have what we have a solid 2 weeks left. Oh no, 10 days left.
Man,
10 days.
listen.
So look, this is our
10
finale
days.
push. Are we just gonna get started? How we doing this?
Well, we
Yeah,
all
I mean, I
still
guess
trying to get more people in here.
Well, yeah, I
do
just
that
did my
as we
share.
were getting
So,
started.
yeah, I just did my share. So I mean,
I shared on
I guess-
Twitter, Facebook.
we can just, I guess we can just talk and I guess again just address the elephant in the room and how we feeling about this last 10 days. right now, like
Well, hold on. Well, I mean, y'all can start, and while I'm still doing the other post.
okay, you still doing all the Twitter posts, whatever.
Yeah, I'm just doing all.
I mean,
the posts.
like I said, I mean, I feel like I'm definitely salty that we didn't do this. I feel like we should have did this to start out the thing 2 months ago, the month ago. So it's definitely fucked up that we just now get into this in the last 10 days of it. So hopefully it does something for us. But I think, like I said before, when we decided, I think we should definitely do this just to kind of keep energy going for the Black Geek documentary in general. Like, for everybody that's here now, this is like we're going to be hopefully doing this. I think we agreed on like once a month to actually have just conversations with everybody about, Black Geek documentary people, maybe people that we should interview, things that we should be doing, places that we should probably be going for the documentary still, like, or just ideas. I think kind of like what Deuces did or what we did pretty much at DreamCon and pretty much what we do when we do our panels is just pretty much what we were literally kind of just doing live.
Yeah.
So
That's
also like this. You can literally ask Black Geek documentary questions to us, that we can just, we can answer and talk about, hopefully get some community people that want to answer some questions, throughout, through the chat. But we're really just trying to bring attention to the documentary.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. So we keeping it 100% candid here, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess.
No,
I mean,
yeah. So hold on, because I got. We're gonna start this in a minute. Then let me get this going.
Do you also because you must have been to say something outlandish?
Right.
No,
That's how I took that. You keep it 100%.
Before we get there, though, I want to say one thing. Through the process, I think we need to keep in mind this was like a great learning experience for all of us.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
I don't think none of us ever. I know
positivity.
I've never did a GoFundMe. I've never did the Kickstarter, nothing like that. But also with promotion, my promotion background is solely when it comes to business stuff, barbershop stuff. The minimal stuff that I feel like every small business owner knows.
Yeah.
I feel like this does generate a drive in me now to kind of learn a little bit more for the next push. You know what I'm saying? Because it's different when you're doing like, I guess, neighborly stuff, and you really only promoting to your city, your region, stuff like that. You're not really worried about a national push.
Yeah.
But I feel like for this was like a national push, and we just really, I guess not saying it was unexpected on how to operate in it, but I really think it was just a large task that was like every time we turned around, it was like, damn, okay, and
it went fast. It went really fast too.
It went really fast, yeah. So he's like, you got to have your ducks in a row to push everything out at one time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We learned so much in the first couple of weeks just to get there. You know what I mean?
Yep. All right, I'm doing the last post on our Discord, and then I'll be ready.
What up, Will?
Had 3 posts to go. Just to let you know.
I didn't say Discord. I didn't say
you
Discord.
good?
I didn't say
Didge got his
Discord.
cup. Didge got you got a cup in a tube, bro. You good, Didge?
I'm just saying.
What you said? Like that's what I said. What show? How do you feel, Didge? Like I'm waiting for you to say something. We all talk a little bit. How do you feel about the documentary? Right where we at? What's going on right now?
I mean, filmmaking is a process, and it's not an easy process. You stay optimistic. I don't know if I was optimistic about it. I hear an echo, but no, I was optimistic about it. But there was always, until it happened, I wasn't counting it yet. So this is, to what King was saying, my first time obviously doing any type of film fundraising. But even just in terms of all the other fundraising stuff that we've done before, I knew it was going to be a challenge. And I do think that there are some missteps that we took along the way that probably didn't market it as well. But yeah, like King said, it's a learning experience. Obviously there's still time to go. We could get it, but we're kind of facing the, if we don't get it, where's the pivot? And I just sort of take it on the chin and ready to figure out from there. Like I look at it as, every opportunity is going to be able to be something that you learn from, and you just got to kind of go with the flow.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. I get it.
So to introduce, man, what shout out to everybody that's tuned in and everybody that's going to be tuning in and watching the rewatch of this and everything like that, and you know what I'm saying. And shout out to
The pivot
Willow,
didn't
man.
mean that the
Appreciate it.
documentary wasn't happening. Will, the pivot is just how do you continue to move? What are your next steps? Yeah.
So
yeah, we just continue to move forward.
Yep. So to put everything in perspective and to kind of let you guys know on our journey and where we're at. So obviously, you know what I'm saying, for those who've been following us, who's been part of this process, has been a part of our journey. We started this 2.5 years, 3 years ago, and we announced in Forbes that we're going to be doing the Black Geek documentary. Now, the one thing that I love with our process and the wing things that we've been doing is that we all had the mindset that we don't want to cut any corners. We didn't want to put out anything that was half-assed, and we wanted to do everything correctly, right? So shout out to Didge for investing in that Black Magic camera, because we wanted to make sure that all of our main stuff that we film for this is with the Black Magic camera. We made sure that we hit the places. We reached out to people. Shout out to Will Ferrell covering Crunchyroll Expo for us when he did. And we spent a year and a half going to convention, filming the culture and doing our thing and making sure that we captured everything as we can. We spoke with people of the culture and everything like that. Throughout that process, we did multiple podcasts. We jumped on radio. We was on the news. We was on websites. And, we tapped in with celebrities, had them do shout outs, had them do things. We started doing our promo campaign. And the one thing that I always, going into this is that the 5 that you see here, this is the 5 that was putting on. No matter what celebrity connections that we have, no matter what connections that we made, and these connections have been amazing, and saying we still are appreciative of them. Nobody walked us through this process with the documentary on our own. It was us 5 and Champ. You know what I'm saying? And so
shout out to Vaughn. Shout out to Vaughn.
And Vaughn, shout out to Vaughn. Yep, and Vaughn, right? So throughout this process, it was a lot of just us learning on the fly, learning on our own, doing our own thing, and grabbing the little bit of gems that we can from other people, other things that we watch, master classes, websites, whatever the case may be. We all did different independent research on trying to find it. And for the first half, I mean, that was a lot of our own money, spending it and everything like that. And we realized, we said we want to kind of put this into the culture's hand as well, but we want to kind of see if we can fast track this, see if we can get gain to a little bit more income so we can do some things, finish out this documentary, which the goal that we set would have had us finish that whole thing out, and we'd have been able to move things a little bit faster. The issue is, again, it was our novice level of coming in, of not being aware of how to properly run a GoFundMe campaign, trying things off the whim, trying things that we think would work, applying things from our past that we was like, okay, I know a little bit about this in this field, so let's try to apply it to this field. And we started off pretty good. We had a good start off, and still staying optimistic. I mean, granted, like I said, it slowed down these last 3 weeks. It definitely slowed down tremendously. We had a good push during DreamCon, but we had a goal. And the thing about with GoFundMe is it's all or nothing. So we had to hit it all, or we get nothing.
Kickstarter.
Kickstarter. Yeah, sorry about Kickstarter. Kickstarter is all or nothing. So we had to hit it all, or we get nothing. And that right there, even with us going over that process and determining and figuring out, like, hey, we're going to go with Kickstarter, we're going to try this, we're going to push. It was already a little bit scary, but we felt confident in regards to it and with this culture, and we've gained a lot of support, a lot of love. But to to put everything out in the open financially and where we're currently at with 12% funded. Like I said, we would need a big something to happen within these next 10 days for
I
us
mean, 10 days
to
is still
actually.
good.
Yeah, 10 days is
Enough
still
time, bro.
good. It's still
Yeah,
enough
it's a
time, but we would need some people to come in like saviors, you know what I'm saying, to really, you know what I'm saying, become backers to the cause to help put this part through finally through the Kickstarter.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? Now, granted, like I said, like Did said, there is a pivot, and we already been thinking about it and game planning it on the end. The pivot is not to get rid of the documentary at all. Like I said, this
Yeah,
documentary is still going to
documentary's
happen.
happening.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
just, the
It just
Kickstarter
slows
funds. If
down.
we don't get that, the
It's
Kickstarter funds is not going to be part of it. And the
Yeah,
thing about the Kickstarter, again, just for those who are watching that may be backers and everything, when I say Kickstarter is all or nothing, it means that if we don't hit our goal, all those funds and everything that people donated on the Kickstarter or whatever like that, which I do
But up
believe
to
it
this
didn't even
time,
come out yet. But
Yeah.
even
no, it doesn't
so,
come out. Yeah,
yeah, that all gets removed, and you guys don't have to worry about funds being taken or anything of that nature. But again, yeah, and granted, like I said, this has been a big learning experience. It's am I going to say that I'm not salty that we didn't hit it? No, that would be a whole lot. Like I said, I went through. There was a whole week that I was in my body. I was in my body for a whole week
I mean,
where I
I
was
get
just
it.
like, I was salty about it, just because again, and nobody owes us anything. But you hear, through our walk, we gain so much support, gain so much love. We hear it, we see it. People say they like that what we're doing. So, you think that it can translate to the funds. And when it doesn't connect, for me, the week that I was going through it, I'm just like, bro, I feel like we did everything the right way. We talked to the people, we gained the trust of the people first. Then we brought in the celebrities. We announced in Forbes. We was on the news. We was on Sway in the morning. You know what I'm saying? We was doing podcast interviews. We was going to these events. We was showing up. So where I got into my head, I was just like, I don't know what to do next. I feel like, what I'm
Right.
saying? And that's where that week where I was stuck in my head, because I'm like, damn, we did all this. We have top tier celebrities and people backing us and saying that they down and saying that they're going to be a part of the documentary. And I'm just like, I don't know where to go next. So I had a whole week of just like really, really like salty
I
and
mean, I
everything
get
like
that.
that. You know what I'm
I
saying?
get that.
But after we had our meeting and kind of just figuring out what's next, it did make me feel a little bit better, because then it was like, all right, we just getting a game plan together, figuring out how we're going to add. Like I said, it really comes down to, you know, we're generally doing this on our own in regards to it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, it came down to, like, we wanted to bring in, what I'm saying, try to get more, backers and investors, and wanted to go that route. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. And again, still love to everybody. Like I said, there's no hard feelings in regards to everything, because it's still the culture and stuff like that. It's just now our goal is like, one, from this experience, figure out what didn't connect and how do we make it better, which is kind of, we already put those wheels in motion. It's just trying to figure out how we can be better content creators and better, better creators in general, to earn people's support
yeah.
that way. But again, like I said, it's one of those situations like, when we do finally finish this documentary, hey, a nigga might shed some tears. I ain't even gonna hold you,
hey, because
because
it's been a long time
now I feel
coming.
like we went through the trenches.
Yeah, man. You
I mean,
invested,
it's still
heavily
we still
invested.
got 10 days. We still got 10 days. You know what I'm saying? But I do agree with you. I think that's really what um kept me from like letting the Kickstarter really bother me so much, is because we've already done so much without the Kickstarter. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we've already, like, just going to do Sway and doing New York was a moment where we all had to just come together and like, bro, we got to do this. So, and we did it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the Kickstarter, even though that was supposed to be like, we made the whole plan and the same setup, pretty much saying that, the Kickstarter is going to pretty much kick off from Sway and doing New York and, putting all those kind of things in motion.
Yeah.
I think we did take a delay in that. Like, we didn't immediately ride off that momentum of coming back, which that was kind of our plan. But I look at it. That's what I know it's hard. I think we all agree with that on the difficulty of just life. But I think that's why everybody, what we're all saying, like the documentary still gonna get done because we already know what we don't know is how life would be getting the Kickstarter. But we know how life has been just going to conventions and traveling to do this documentary on our own pocket. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that doesn't really change anything. So that's why it doesn't. It definitely hurt. It stings. It stings. I think stung me to just realize after a couple of days I wasn't thinking about it no more. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't no activity. We wasn't talking about a new donation and I'm like, damn. And I looked at it like, bro, we really stopped. Like,
So,
you know what
I
I'm
think
saying?
that might be where, because to me, I obsessed over it every day, bro. I was sending out so many emails, bro. I would, because here's the thing, I was like, all right, there's two folds to it. In my head, I was like, all right, we got the public, you know what I'm saying, trying to get the backers and everything like that. But I was really latching on to trying to get people to be the big backers, you know what I'm saying, not just
Yeah.
the 50 as well. So, bro, I'm talking about, and I think that's why it stung a little bit more for me. Cause I
You
don't
went
I
to your
get
phone book.
yeah, I'm used to getting it out the mud. And bro, even asking people to do the shout out videos was a lot for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To ask people to do that. So I was like, all right. And what's crazy is because like I had made a tweet like in the early stages. I was like, bro, I got this idea that I want to do. And like I said, I had already talked to y'all, so y'all we was already like everybody was like, let's do the shout out videos. But at the time when I had to reach out to people, bro, I'm talking about I was right there on the edge, and I was like, damn, bro, how am I going to say this without sounding like being annoying, right? And I had put this on the timeline, and I was like, hey man, I got this plan, this idea that I want to do for this campaign, but I don't want to be annoying. And shout out again, this is why I fuck with the community. Because the community was like, nah, for your dream, for your goal, be annoying. And if somebody says you being annoying, then they really ain't part of your tribe, anyways. And that's what
Right.
kind of helped me get over the hump of in my head. So I started reaching out to people, right? And so reaching out to everybody to get everybody to, saying the people that we did, shout out to everybody who did do the shout outs and everything
I don't
like
think. Yeah.
that.
Did we drop the shout out today? I don't think we dropped. You didn't drop the one today, did we?
I did, I forgot to. I'm gonna drop it though right after this.
Okay.
Yep. But and when they did it, it was like, you know what I'm saying? It was like it was love, you know what I'm saying? Especially from the people that we got and everything like that. I was like, damn, that's really fire. So when it came down to it, like I said, same thing. I was like, all right, we doing this to final push. I'm like, I'm reaching out to every contact that I have. And I
Right.
did. And when the
So
results wasn't,
you was annoying. You was
yeah,
annoying. Like, fuck it, I'm finna be annoying.
yeah. And
Sometimes you
so when the
gotta be
result,
annoying though.
yeah, but I wasn't. I don't know if it was annoying on there, and I can't speak on
Not
that. But the fact
not
that, like,
necessarily like annoying, but just
yeah,
persistent.
persistent, and so there was a few people that showed up. You know what I'm saying, even without hitting them up, and I was like, damn, that's love. But then there was a few people that I was like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying, like, damn, bro, you know what I'm saying. But then, like I said, that was in that moment. I take it back and then
Right.
realize, like, look, there's nothing owed to us in regards to it.
Right.
This is
Right.
still our dream, our plan, our goal, and everything like
Facts.
that. And people may say that they support us and they like what we're doing, but that doesn't mean that they're financially invested. And I had to come to gripes with that. Like, even
Yeah.
there may be people that want to see us do good, but that doesn't mean that they're financially invested in what we're doing. And that was I wouldn't say a hard pill to swallow, but it was just like, damn, I guess I didn't even think about that aspect, because you hear all the good stories of people that they get their backing and everything like that. I'm just like, oh, we about to be one of them Cinderella stories with getting the backing and everything. So,
Right. Right.
and then
Nah.
that's, I told Bacardi this the other day. I said my issue is that I'm rational and I understand that things ain't gonna go perfectly. However, my faith is like a good 70% in, but we might be the outlier and it might go good.
Yeah.
And so a
I feel like
lot
it's
of the
higher than that
times,
70%.
yeah, a lot of
It's
the
definitely
times,
higher than that 70%.
huh?
Yeah.
It's
I
definitely
was
higher
just
than that.
higher than 70%.
No,
You
but
said
see,
it's about
that's the thing.
70% for you.
70 is enough to sold me on it, where I'm like, all right, I'm gonna be a little bit really optimistic over here. And so
Okay.
sometimes a lot of the times that really does bite me in the butt in regards to that, because I'd be like, all right, there's a good chance it won't go, but if there's a small chance, we might be it. And like I lean into that sometimes, and then that really gets me in
I
my
mean, and
chest.
it works though. It has its moments. Like I mean, I feel like that's like the same idea of Sway. Like
Yeah,
you do
Yeah.
everything together for New York, and then realize you get a way bigger ordeal out of it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like we all, like I said,
Yeah.
we all expect to do something really smaller in that setup. So there's nothing
And
wrong to
we
dream like that. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
no, like sometimes dreaming realistically ends up, coming to fruition in a way better way than you expected it in the beginning. Like, cause you said like when we first got to New York, our whole idea of what was gonna happen at Sway was completely different than what we actually experienced.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like that
Right.
was, even then when we got there, right, and and y'all did your part, and we shot what we needed to shot, you know, we shot what we needed to shoot. After that, right, that whole experience after that followed that was more than what we expected. So it's just
Yeah.
sometimes you gotta go with what life gives you sometimes, and I feel like that is what this whole process has showed me a lot. It's like sometimes it's not always a plan. It's just
yeah,
hey, we got a destination. This is how we're gonna get there, and it's just whatever happens happens.
yeah. Now I know, like I said, for me, again, I'm not stopping my behind the scenes, man, because I feel like again, the main thing that I feel like that will definitely help us get over the hump is getting in those rooms and pitching to people. Like, you know what I'm saying? We
Facts.
got, because here's the thing, like you said, and I get it, you know what I'm saying? The times where we're at financially and everything, you know what I'm saying? The culture might not have those additional funds to support or things like that. But what we do have is we do have that culture support that if we drop something or we do something, like I said, they'll, at least they'll show up and things like that, right?
Yeah.
So I believe where our bread and butter is and where we can if we can get into those rooms to pitch to actual like angel investors or networks or production companies, I feel like we have enough that we can sell this documentary for real too. And that's where I've
Yeah.
been working on a lot behind the scenes, is trying to get us in those rooms to pitch to people. So
Yeah.
that process is not going to stop for me at all, because I feel like with everything that we have equipped with this project, that if we just somebody take that moment to take this meeting with Geekset and hear us out about the Black Geek documentary, I feel like we can sell this bitch.
Yeah,
Well,
because
let's
I still
talk
got
about
my
the
two
documentary.
feelers.
Let
I mean,
let let's
you so great, dude.
let's
Because I was
talk
about
about
to
it,
say
because
the
we've
same
been
thing.
doing a lot of just talking about how we feel, how we feeling. Less for somebody who they just sitting down now. Let's actually talk about what the Black Geek documentary is, why we doing it, and how we think it's going to
Yeah.
benefit the community.
Great transition, Didge.
Yeah, Dej was on it. I was sending that energy to him too. Like, bro, we gotta get out of this. Niggas is sad, bro. You know what
That's what I'm
I'm saying?
saying. Like it was getting a lot
Hey,
of like I understand where we stand with the Kickstarter and stuff. Um, like people were saying, like appreciate it, snacks, big sis, Chris, all of that. We got to remain optimistic. There are still 10 days left. This is still an opportunity to let people know, and that's sort of why we are here. So
Right.
I
so
think that's probably the best way to go about this.
I just want to say, look, I wanted to let y'all get y'all off, right? Get y'all shit off, right? Because I get
Pause.
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 But get your shit off because
Thank
y'all
you for
need
the
it.
party.
Like I
Mhm.
understand the necessary anger because you we didn't meet a goal that we set so far, but like everybody's saying, it's not over yet. Now,
Oh
what
yeah.
I
Right.
want y'all to realize is this too, though. So everything that we do here, man, we really getting a lot of lessons for free.
Yeah.
Facts.
So for me, I feel like I can't miss nothing I never had.
Right.
Now, what I also look at is like we are a small business, and even though we're not generating, the dollars and cents to make it look like it, that's what we building. We're building that business, and for years as a barber, I know it took me plenty of years to actually make some money
Yeah.
because I wasn't really making no money. I was making enough money to live, but not enough to actually live. We've got so much like built off the small, amount that we've actually had to invest because a lot of what we do is our own work. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
And I think we can't pay, even if we got 20,000. Us five couldn't take a course to learn all the shit that we've learned in the past 30 days, and it would have cost that amount. You know what I'm saying? To enroll all five of us into a marketing course or into any of the editing, courses or any of that stuff that we've actually had to learn over the past few weeks, we definitely couldn't have afforded that. So I'm looking at it from that standpoint. Like, yes, we got people, that support us like crazy. but they're just not financially able to give, you know
What
what I'm
we
saying, what we need to make our dreams come through. And that's cool. What they are doing though is generating a positive vibe in us to continue on no matter whether we got that money or not.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Because look where we at, bro. Like you said, Sway's that whole New York trip, bro, was unplanned. But at the end of the day, look at what we got.
That shit was
Right.
amazing.
The
Oh yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
connections, the people that, you know what I'm saying, we met that eventually know our names that can one day open a door for us. You know
Right.
what I'm
right.
saying? Like in that, I'm sorry, bro. Umbaku fan. If he goes to the director and holler at him and say, "Hey Ryan, I got this hat, bro. I just remember that's we can't you can't pay for that, bro.
Right.
You
Right.
cannot.
Right.
There's no amount of money to be in the industry. You know what I'm saying? That niggas can pay to be in the industry. You got to work to get in there. We're in there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We
Right.
just
Right.
got to build off of that and keep going, bro. Oh,
Thank
thank
you,
you.
I
Big
hear that,
Chris.
Chris.
Big sis Chris.
Look, you know what I'm
Appreciate
saying?
that.
But that's it, bro. That's all we need. Honestly, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, fam. We gotta
Oh yeah, yeah,
literally
yeah.
look at this and be like, look, from this stand, you know, from this point on, whenever we do this, this is what we doing. And
Yeah.
I'm sure the same people will, if we don't make it, right, we can just do another one. I'm sure the same people will still be like, yeah, I don't care. It's not coming up my account now. We'll just do it again. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
that's the impression I feel everybody that we met, even at DreamCon, all those people, bro, were excited to
So excited
really be a part of it.
to
And like,
support.
Yeah.
yeah, fam, like Bacardi was saying, the show that we put on is something that I think we talked about, you know what I'm saying? Y'all put together and y'all kind of like already had it, but we kind of solidified it.
Yeah.
And now it's so
Right.
much more marketable that it's like the footage we have, even of what we got, like bro was somebody sent us photos that they was taking that look cold, but we
Right.
put that on.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? We gave them the material to shoot. So now we can if we take what we have, the platform that
Mm-hmm.
we have, or the foundation, and you know, give it to the world like we know we can. Now we have a bigger push for the next time that we need help. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We can create more followers and more backers by expanding our reach with quality stuff because now we know it's quality.
Yeah. So to get back to kind of like what Didge was saying, so like I said, for the new viewers here and everything like that, again, the Black Geek documentary is our love letter to the blurred culture. Like I said, we spent a year and a half going to convention, filming the Black Geek experience because one of the things that we noticed is that in media in Hollywood, they still portray the Black Geek a specific way. Like right now, if you type in geek in Google or you type in nerd in Google, there is an image that shows up that is not going to look like anybody here. And that's the one
Right.
thing about it is that, like, bro, that's not what the today's geek, especially black geek, looks like. And so, one, we're fans of this culture. We've been in this culture. We are from this culture, but we all have different perspectives of fandom where we, love the people that built this culture, and then we're fans of the newbies of this culture. And we, throughout our walk of life, we've been doing interviews with people. We've been chopping it up with people. We've been doing a whole lot of different things that's within this culture, reporting on this culture, talking about it, and we realize that our approach is an approach of highlighting this culture and upholding this culture in the highest standard, right? So we decided that, before somebody tries to leech off this culture and make a documentary about it, not even being of it, not even knowing the nuances of it, we wanted to put something together. And that's what we started in regards to doing it, right? And each of us have our individual reasons why we're attached to this project. And follow our social media because we've been posting clips just of us talking about it, why we think it's
Yeah.
important, why we want to do this. I do really want to push that because shout out to Didge. Didge put these together. Didge, what I'm saying, had a really great idea of using some of the content and footage that we've been filming because we've been filming so much for the documentary that we forgot that there's a lot of stuff that's going to be on that cutting floor that we can still use, and we didn't even think about that. And so Didge had the great idea of putting those together. So go make sure you follow Geekset Podcast on Instagram, on YouTube, on Twitter, TikTok, whatever, what I'm saying, and check out those. Um, but and then we already talked about reasons that we believe we need this documentary. Let's do a quick just rundown and real quick. Like for me, again, the reason why I believe that we needed to do this documentary is because of the misconceptions of what a black nerd is. I wanted to make sure that I wanted to make sure that the world sees that we're not monolith. Like I said, there are 5 different people here. There are people in this chat, and even though we are all identifying as blurred nerds and geeks, we all have different walks of life, and so it's one of the things that I wanted to show the diversity within it. Bacardi, what was your reasoning why you believe that we need this in a quick summary?
I mean, I think the easiest way to say that, I think, because you remember, I feel like what we don't really talk about a lot too is how the documentary really changed. Because
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I feel like the documentary we started out as just a longer version of your one-on-ones. Like, because
Yep.
at first we were going to really just interview celebrities.
Yep.
So I think what changed for me, and especially me getting more invested when we all kind of talked about it, us three, about the documentary, and I was like, well, why are we not? We're part of this culture. So why are we just interviewing celebrities? Why are we not actually? We go to conventions, we go to all these things, we talk to cosplayers. Like they all should be engulfed in this Black Geek documentary, and even in the sense of saying like we should be just as much as part of it too as
Mm-hmm.
everybody because we're all
Right.
Black geeks experiencing this moment because for all of us, especially for like being for us doing the podcast for like I said 6 years, we really grew with this change in the world. Like, you know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Like how geek has gotten bigger now and everything like that. When we were doing this in the beginning, nobody cared about what the fuck we was doing. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And I feel like the fact that we are now in a place that we did change that, and like we're doing a documentary, we finna talk more about it. We're I think King said it before in one of our other things, like one of our other videos, like we're putting a timestamp now on a great moment in Black culture. You know what I'm saying? And it's our story in a sense. You know what I'm saying? It's really our story.
Yeah.
But we're just showing it, you know what I'm saying, through our lens. So we're creating something that I think that, and it hasn't been done. Just like you said, you search geek, all that, it ain't nowhere. Like it's really crazy that we've all been in this culture for so long, and there hasn't been no one that has made an attempt to do this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel like it's the best opportunity
Yep.
for some people out of Milwaukee just to pop in and figure something out.
Yep.
So that was mine.
And Diz, what about you, man? What's your quickie recap of why you felt that we needed to do this documentary, or you believe we need this documentary?
Honestly, I think it's for not just for us, but for people who they live in places where they can't create, they don't have the community already. Like Milwaukee isn't the biggest city, but it's a large enough city where we were able to find our tribe. Obviously, Chicago, LA, New York, those are cities like that. But there are people who the internet is their only chance to have that tribe. And so
Mm-hmm.
just for them to realize that on a much grander scale, there are people who look like them who are doing stuff like they like to do, and they have been doing it for a long time. Obviously you can go on Twitter and find a tribe, but you want to see it grow. You want to see how it started to where it is, and I
Yeah.
think that's the biggest thing.
Yeah. All right. And what about you, Trip?
For me, it's just being able to be free in who I am, right? Being able to be uh, feel welcome in a community where there's other people that look like me, that act like me, that like the things that I like. Not have to feel like I got to keep that part of me enclosed and close to the chest. So to be able to be a nerd and a geek freely with people that I can feel comfortable around, I think that is the one thing for me. I feel like the Black Geek documentary will bring to the masses is now you're creating this community for everybody to want to feel a part of, right? Because
Yeah.
we all for so long everybody felt like it was just them. You know what I mean? Like, oh man, don't nobody I kick it with like the stuff that I like, but everybody you kick it with probably think the same way because the way life was been looked at. So to be able to push that out there and be open with it and to create communities and create the culture the way that it is just it's an amazing feeling. I feel like that being able to push that out there is going to be such a big deal for everybody.
Yeah, and then King, bring us on, man. Why do you again quick summary on your take on why you believe we need this documentary?
Mine is creating a history. Like Bacardi, me and him talked about it, and you know what I'm saying? Like I think I've said it before. it's honestly history creation because I grew up in an era in which the nerd, like you said, the stereotype was all the example you had, and the negative connotation that went with that would derive from the treatment in which that was depicted. So we thought, Revenge of the Nerds, Steve Urkel, all them cats were the prototypical nerd. So for me, just me, how I think of what we do is I came into this feeling like I was older, more hood, more distance from the whole nerd thing. But as I got to know the culture and I got to know the community, it's so many of us that's so the same to where I got my brothers now, right? And now that I'm seeing that we travel, we're literally meeting people from all over the country, damn near all over the world that are just like us in certain aspects. Not everybody's just like us, but you know what I mean? We fit the category to where
Yeah.
when we walk through the mall, we walk through life. They're not looking at us going, "Oh, them dudes are nerds," until they talk to us, and that's when it's like, "Oh shit, okay, dude, that I liked his outfit, I liked how he walked, his swag, his vibe. The bro is a real hardcore anime nerd." And
Right.
now
Right,
I get
right.
a
You know what I'm
chance
saying?
to capture that. I get a chance to go through and talk to these people. Bro, you from Detroit? Oh, you from Cali? You from Texas? You from New York? But we all the same. You know what I mean? And like Did said, Milwaukee ain't a big city, but it's not a small city. So that type of upbringing, you think I'm the medium, right? And it's like,
Right.
well, you get confirmation. Hey, bro, it's not just everybody's a jock, everybody's a executive drug dealer, whatever you want to call it. Some people that look like you and act like you are out here, and y'all can converse. But now when they Google it, if they ever decide I'm gonna Google Black Geek, our content is probably gonna be the first thing they see because ain't nobody else thinking about that. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that was my reasoning. Like
Huh?
it's just that important because I
Yeah.
look at it in that standpoint.
Yeah,
And
I love the fact. I was want to say real quick because just bouncing what King saying. I love the fact that when the documentary will be done, we will be attached to that kind of water cooler conversation. Like, bro, y'all seen this documentary about the Black Geek? You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's just like we start getting passed around in
yeah,
circles because it's like niggas like ain't never seen this. Like, bro, y'all seen it? You know what I'm saying?
bro, and that
And
was the goal from the start. Remember?
yeah,
Yeah.
you know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, so it's like I feel like the documentary in this goal and setup at the end of the road when it's over, I feel like to me definitely is going to solidify what we were really trying to do with Geekset. And then from that moment, it's really just the sky's the limit at that point. Because I mean, once you can put a movie together, then you can really do fucking anything.
Yeah.
But
And
you're
so,
saying,
and this is what's crazy. So, you know, coming from Milwaukee, I think this is what fueled me a lot because Milwaukee, like you said, like everybody says, it's not a big area. We get often overlooked on a lot of things, right? So my pride for my city is I've always wanted to be a person. My whole life they told me, "Hey man, in order for you to make it out of Milwaukee, you got to leave Milwaukee."
everybody say that.
And
Everybody say
right,
that.
Yeah.
everybody said
All the
that, and
time.
I hated that because I was like, no, I'm just waste. I feel like I can make it happen, right? So my pride for Milwaukee has always been I want to do something that makes Milwaukee proud, and then I can
Right.
but I was like, but my throughout my walk of life, and if you listen to any of my music or any of my podcasts or anywhere that I'm at, and I yell Milwaukee as loud as I can because I said I'm gonna rep Milwaukee like niggas rep New York. Like, bro, there's
Mhm.
certain things that I do. If you see me on anything on All Def or anything like that, when they introduce me on Straight Out of Comic Book, I always do like this, and I always throw up the fours because I got to
Right.
represent my city. And I said I wanted to do that, right? My love for that transferred to blurred culture, where I came fell so much in love with the fact of when I discovered and found out this black nerd culture that was already there and how much love it was and how much connection it was and everything. And I just said I want to see this culture flourish, but I don't want it to diminish. I don't want somebody to
To tarnish it.
interfere. Yeah, to
Yeah.
tarnish it. And when I realized again, me and you, Bacardi, talked a lot about this. How like my energy is such a optimistic energy. I'm such a extrovert in this sense, but I'm also a big champion of this culture and the people within it. And I said, that is my role in this culture. My role in this culture is
Right,
that with this many introverts that's in this culture who do so much dope shit, I'm gonna be the loud extroverted friend of all of y'all. I'm gonna be the one that's championing y'all.
right,
I'm gonna be the one that's interviewing y'all and giving y'all props when y'all doing something that you might go in your shell about because you're like, oh, I did this and this kind of really hit my anxiety or I really stepped out of my shell. But I'm gonna be the person that be like, wait, before you go back in your shell, let me tell you how dope this shit was, so you know that what you contributed to this culture is
right,
appreciated. When I realized that that was my role, it just became it became one and the same. It's like my love for this culture runs so deep that I'm just like, I want to make sure that this culture wins. And like I said, I don't need to be the star. I just want to be the person that's reporting on it. I want to be the person that's talking to it, the person that's detailing it
right,
like a hip hop historian. I want to be the bird historian, the one that can make the connections back from the past to the future, and where people was like, "Damn, hey, only Geekset could have did that." You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
I like the fact that we've been building that where people was like, all right, out of all the people, we've been building certain things where people was like, Geek said for sure. You know what I'm saying? And I just love
right.
that that's been following us.
Like I do,
Um,
yeah. I feel like your one on ones, like all of this really, like I said, stem from the one on ones. And even us agreeing for you, when we all talked about you doing the one on ones, you should be interviewing them. You have that energy. So I feel like and because even in your one on ones, that was your angle. Like I'm really you was trying to make people realize they were a blurred, and you trying to like blow people. Like you trying to really blow their minds, and like you don't realize you a geek. You know what I'm saying? Like
What I'm talking about.
that. You know what I'm saying? That it's like
Shout out to Latte Larry.
Shout out, Latte
I said,
Larry.
Latte
Latte Larry
Larry.
is my new
Hey.
MVP, bro. My new MVP. Yes, Deuces,
hey,
you want to say something, Deuces? You want to? You
I
but
can't
do.
hate. I
But
can't
Latte
hate.
Larry came through like he great, bro.
but I'm like, no, but I mean, I feel like, so I mean, if like the documentary, even like I said, once we morphed it into what it is now, from just it being a extended one on ones, it's still that's still the base of it. It's like to really wow these people about understanding that you don't realize how much of a geek you are, and how much we love that about you, and how much we care about. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
Yeah.
that you just don't want to tell nobody, but we like, nigga, you finna tell somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, we about to talk. We about to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I think that's what's great about what Geekset is, because I feel like because we even as a company having to explain that to people is in a sense is the Black Geek documentary. Like, well, who are y'all? Like, what is Geekset? Like, what, and you like, we're just a bunch of black guys, some nerds who like anime and comic books, and like you like now they're like, well, am I a geek? Like, what
Wait.
does it mean to be a geek? You know what I'm
You
saying?
can't say a whole bunch of black guys because you got shout out to Yasa, shout out to Big Sis Chris. We
Oh
expanded,
yeah,
bro.
I mean, we
Yeah.
expanded. I mean, black
Yeah.
Uh,
people. You understand?
Yeah.
Like black people. We got black people and Jake. You understand?
and Jake.
Look at Jake.
Crazy.
And
Look
Jake.
at Jake. I was sure about to say something.
You
And
know what I'm
Jake.
saying?
It's a bunch of
You know
it's a
what I'm
bunch of
saying?
niggas. And Jake.
And Jake. You know what I'm
Jake.
saying? Like,
Shout
I
out
fuck
Jake,
with it.
man.
Shout out to Jake, fam. JB fella left out. He really the homie for
Hey, he
real.
do feel hey, that's the homie for real.
Oh, that's
For real, for real.
I didn't know you feel
But
left out, tragic.
right, but that does lead into one of the things that you know what I'm saying. Again, shout out Big Sis Chris. She asked a very perfect question. Have we considered chopping it into a series?
Yes.
So, a little bit of behind the scenes, not too much, but one of the ideas was complete the documentary, show them that we, what I'm saying, that there's a base here, but also at that point let them know, hey, this story's not done. We have so much more
Right.
that we want to dive into and everything,
Mhm.
I'm trying
and
to be
that
the Guy Fieri of going to comic book shops.
Geek said it's what the culture is feeling. Hey, you wow.
We got to figure out a name for it. But I'm gonna be, hey, what up? This is Didge here. We going. I don't know. We go.
With a
yeah.
with the
We
wildest
gonna
Dragon
deep
Ball
diving
button
in
up
the
on.
comic
Hey,
books.
all right. I'm gonna definitely
Yes.
have a Dragon Ball button up
You got
on.
Bro,
you
Hey,
gotta
but you
have the
gotta get
wildest
some
Dragon.
red glass. You gotta get either like some lime green or red glasses.
You
bro,
know
No,
what
they
I'm
got to be
saying?
I
blue because I feel like every Dragon Ball button up was blue, so they got to be blue.
Or
but here's the
orange.
thing. I
Or
always had ideas that if
Or
we
orange, right?
ever get the bag or we ever get like the opportunity to put on a show, I just want to put on Geekset the show, but operated like Fantasy Factory, where each episode is just us doing
Right.
some new nerd shit.
I mean, that'd be ridiculously cold, but I mean, I get that. Yeah, that's
hey,
really.
as long
I
as I
mean,
can
and
get
that's
in the
really what I
ring
think too.
and
Like I
run
said,
some
like I think,
ropes.
I think,
Oh, God.
like what you're saying about it, even if we can get in front of the right people. Because I don't have an issue doing a docu-series now. If a motherfucker's gonna give us the bag consistently, like, all right, well, we like what y'all doing. So we gonna give y'all some money just to have y'all keep doing this. And we're gonna bring this one documentary out and then we're gonna just talk about, because I mean, there's just so many angles to
There's so much
the
to
black
cover.
to the geek culture. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a show in cosplay, there's a show in conventions, there's a show in everyday nerds around the world. You know what I'm saying? There's so many shows.
Yeah.
See, but
in
the thing
things. You know what I'm
is,
saying?
we got to show what we be showing in the behind the scenes, because I feel like we hit a lot of those individuals who are in the culture that we interact with in the behind the scenes, and then when we show the other stuff, is more of the consistency of what we were going for,
what we're doing. You know
what I'm saying? Because that's what I think people really want to know, like the land party interview, bro who rap was a T
Stone Cold T. Austin.
Stone Cold T. Austin, bro. That type of interaction, just him, bro. Think about it. That man touched a lot of points that a regular Joe go through. Whether it was like he said, his life is, going to jail, all that, but he's still hardcore about his wrestling, fandom, all that. So I'm like, if what we just said, shout out Big Sis Chris, those type of things we already got. We already have that type of footage and content. We just got to put it together. And I'm, like bro said, somebody want that.
Yeah.
For real, somebody.
And you know what's
it
crazy?
Is very easy to be able. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go, Ditch. I've been talking. You ain't say shit yet. Go ahead.
I was gonna say it is.
He said you ain't say shit.
I
You been talking, but you ain't been saying shit.
Apparently, but no, it's very easy to repackage what we have if we wanted to repackage it as a docuseries, because you got to think those interviews that we did in New York, that could have been a New York episode. Right. Everything that we did at DreamCon both years could be, you got two Austin 1, episodes. Austin 2. Or Dallas actually, and then Austin.
Yeah.
So like we could very easy. We go to C2E2. We had interviews at C2E2. That's the Chicago one. Obviously, you go do the things to fill it out, but that takes us back to those cities where, okay, now we're going back to New York. We already got the interview portions down, but now we're going to the comic shops. We're going to do this. We're getting more of the city. We're going back to Dallas. We're going back to Austin to do stuff like that. You get an Atlanta episode. Again, it's just getting it done. Now we're talking future and what are different plans.
Yeah.
Bro, y'all just gave me a whole new idea for us how we do these vlogs.
Okay, Epiphany.
Right.
Welcome. We having a real black geek now,
right? A moment of clarity.
Hey, write that on the napkin. Write that on the napkin. Write it down now.
Oh,
write it down. So much on the table.
Oh, type it up or something. Why didn't we think of doing it? All right.
Been leaving so much on the table.
There's to go for that.
Don't do that to him.
Don't give it to him.
Just drink.
I mean, but yeah, we absolutely we've been putting in the groundwork. Like, we out here, we got so much content that, like you said, it's not gonna all make it to the actual documentary that we can showcase and really show people what's really going on. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because people want to see the big names. Like, everybody want to come see the big names, but it's a lot of the people that's up and coming that really, I feel like, don't get all of the love that they need to get behind all of this. And I think that we have the opportunity to showcase that. And, it's just,
that's one of the good things too, I think about, because it's like, even with the Kickstarter and getting the money, like, you know what I'm saying, whatever, but I feel like even in the next stage that we are, it's going to do so much for us regardless if we got a Kickstarter money or not. Like, it's just like the New York thing. Like, that's why we just got to make it there.
Yeah, you know that's why I guess, and we were off of it. Y'all were talking about y'all were all like hurt by it. I just looked at it like, all right, here's where we messed up with it. This is why we didn't get this.
Hey, man,
all right, how we
hurt.
pivoted.
Let me be hurt.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, sometimes you gotta feel that.
Yeah, you gotta go through it, bro.
No, I'm saying for me personally, when obviously there's still 10 days left, so I think that probably also looks at it. But when we started outpacing and we kind of was like, hey, we should talk about it just in case. My mind never was like, damn, man, I can't believe it. It was like, all right, how did we mess up? And then that's where I was like, okay, let's do that. So,
what can we do differently?
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I mean, I think we did what we were supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I wasn't really hurt by it, because like I said, and that's what I do look at it. Like, I look at it, we were just trying to get the cushion, and we still got 10 days to try to get the cushion to help us do it easily.
Right.
But just as much as we put all the effort in to go to New York, when we do that same energy, if we have to and put all our efforts in to go to LA,
It's
we're
gonna
gonna have
happen.
the same wildest experience that we had, whether we did it by Kickstarter or did it on our own pocket.
Oh no,
Like,
it's gonna
Right.
be better.
Y'all
Oh no, it's
too
gonna be
mature
better.
y'all too mature for me, man. Listen here. Listen here. I was
Why
hurt.
we gotta be childish,
Listen,
I
bro?
was hurt. All right. I got over it,
Joe, y'all got
Hey,
way too much
but I was
growth for
hurt.
me, bro.
I can't believe y'all fortitude.
I
How
Y'all
cannot
dare
way too
y'all?
believe you.
mature for me. I was hurt.
Hey,
and,
but look,
that's perfectly okay.
you
That's
are
fine, bro.
okay to
Like,
stay with your you are okay to stay with your feelings,
and
man.
my
You know
thing,
what
I
I'm
was
saying?
just gonna say that, and that's the
absolutely,
thing about it. That's what we can all like literally lean on each other because I feel
Mhm.
like that's
yeah,
the good thing about having a group and a team going through this and be us being together doing it. Because like everybody ain't gonna feel the same. You know what I'm saying? And when I went through it, my whole thought process was like, okay, after day one, if it ain't 10,000, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like the push gonna be the push
Day one, it had
regardless.
to
So
be. Woo.
That
I'm
nigga
saying
went to
like
the
if day
moon.
one,
you wild. You said
if
to the
we ain't
moon.
got if we ain't running up 10,000, the push gonna be the push no matter
If
what. So I'm just gonna do the same work no matter what. And I feel like that's what it is. So I don't know. I guess I'm like this where I always got a second plan. Like I always got another backup plan. And then to me, I don't never look at it like, oh, it's over until it's over.
right,
Yeah,
So
that's the other
any
thing.
helping hand, cool. But shit, I'm just putting away a little money so that when y'all say, hey, bro, we got to go to LA. Guess what? I'm gonna be right there, like I said before, looking at flights, finding the
Right.
cheapest flight, letting niggas know how we can get some points, whatever, whatever we got to do. Cause we gonna
Right.
get it done. It just
yeah.
is what it is. Like we too invested. We had come on, man.
We
Come on,
we
bro.
all
Our
got heart and we
footprint,
all got drive.
yeah, our footprint in the world with this is too deep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like niggas
like
be like looking this up 5 years from now. Y'all didn't finish, man. Go on, take this money and finish that shit. Like it's that deep now. You know what I'm saying?
right,
So it
Oh
is
well,
what
I
it
ain't trying
is.
to. I ain't trying to still be in the process 5 years from now. I'm hoping that's
but
like it's out. We doing posts. We doing
Type
marketing
shit.
for the release.
I
Is
want
out.
I
yeah,
want the
but
Black Geek Volume 3 to be coming out,
Right.
bro.
Like
By
to
I'm
then,
Kim's
hoping.
hidden
point,
colors
Right.
type shit. Like
to Kim's
no.
point though, like that kind of showed us when we went to DreamCon this year. Like, you know, the amount of love that we received, like just that first day, like that, the amount of love we
Man,
received the first day was
Yeah.
insane.
man, I
You
got
know what I
asked so many
mean?
Yeah.
times, when is the documentary gonna be finished? I literally got asked at least 10 times in the 2.5 days we was there. Hey, when is it
Like,
gonna be finished? When is it gonna be? And I'm like, people that I don't really know, but they was just like, oh, I
Right.
recognize that name. Like I told y'all, bro, I've been going to the grocery store and people see like my shirt or whatever when I wear, hey, I recognize that. How? YouTube, whatever.
Bro,
You know what I'm saying? Like different things.
my guy literally just told me, he was like, bro, whatever y'all doing at Geekset, he was like, bro, I know people at the school that I'm teaching at, they be talking about Geekset. And I'm like, we talked about this earlier before,
Yeah.
how like we already been doing work with the youth and everything like that, and what I'm saying, speaking with the kids, but it's just like, I guess it's one of those things where it's like, we have super high ambitions. Sometimes we be on this walk of life that we forget to smell the roses while we there. We forget the impact that
Right.
we make and everything like that. Because again, we know the bigger cause. And I think for me, and what I'm saying, the issue, not the issue, for me, is just like I'm just like, it's right there. Like there out of all the things that I've done in my life, this is the closest where I'm like, bro, I can literally see the completion. It's right there. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, bro, I see all the things that we are thinking about doing with this culture and everything. It's right there. So I think like that adds a little bit. Like I said, yeah, as I said, I've been doing things differently. I've been taking therapy. I've been like where I'm at in life now. I'm just like, bro, it's weird right now for me. You know what I'm saying? So it
I
is
mean,
that, but
that's because you invested in your feelings. You know what I'm saying? So you actually like are feeling all of these wild things that are going on right now. So you like
mm,
that shit really is getting to you. Yeah, that's fine.
yeah. Yeah, so
That's
yeah,
just gonna
man.
make the win gonna be even more ecstatic for you because you're gonna know how to deal with your emotions about it. Like, nigga, I'm about to go crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
like
So shit. But you know what? Big Sis Chris gave us some good questions. Did anybody else have any questions for us before we get out of here?
yeah,
Because I
before
do
we
want to
wrap
make
it up,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah, I do want to make sure we do answer some questions and everything like that. Again,
I
this,
do got
this
a question.
yeah.
When we gonna drop the behind the scenes?
Which one?
The New York.
The New York one, the one King just put together.
This week.
Thought it was Friday.
That
You
works.
want to do? Hey, Friday
You
it
heard it
is.
here first.
Oh, yeah.
Friday.
Shout out
So then
Trippy.
Friday double drop, y'all. Friday.
That's a double drop because I mean that's well no you Saturday.
That's Saturday.
My Saturday.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
Sure.
you're Saturday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
you're
the
Saturday.
24th. So the 23rd, 24th.
So yeah, 23rd is.
It's a Geekset weekend.
It is a Geek set.
Yeah,
weekend.
it's a content drop weekend. Like we said, we trying to flood motherfuckers now.
Hey, but just so y'all know, right? This is not just a regular little episode. I need y'all to go get popcorn. Go get put your pajamas on, sit down and get comfortable. Because it's an episode.
It's definitely an
It's
episode.
definitely an
Look
episode.
at that.
It's donating.
Man. When I watched it, bro, it took me remember I had to watch it like 3-4 times at the end. By that time I realized, I said, bro, this is almost a movie. This is half a damn movie.
You went crazy with it.
Crazy.
So, yeah, thank you, bro. I appreciate it. So
No, Bo had a
I want
question.
people to watch it. I want people to ingest it and understand. Like when I watch it, I feel like I'm back in New York. You know what I'm saying? Like I definitely feel like I'm back in New York, and it's wild.
Right? Yeah.
It made me want to go back. Like, damn, that shit was it was just cracking so hard. But it's
Hey, yeah, we had
to
time.
relive those moments was crazy. But anywho,
Yeah.
I want the people to like literally get a chance to see like what we be going through. You know what I'm saying? Because it definitely be wild.
So, Bo, to answer your question, no, that's not the only way. One of the other ways, like I said, is subscribing to the Patreon, and one of the easiest ways is purchasing merch on geeksetpodcast.com. Bacardi got the whole Black Geek documentary line there, and like I said, generally at this point, any additional funds that come from monetization, from Patreon, and from merch gets redistributed back into the documentary and everything like that, right?
Right.
So even without a Kickstarter and everything like that, just the continuous support, like you being here all the time helps out, tweeting out notoriety and everything like that. Again, ideas have sparked like crazy. So like I said, we've already been working on, like I said, past the Kickstarter, past everything, just how to complete this film and everything like that. But yeah, if you're looking for just ways that's outside of a Kickstarter, we have our Patreon, and we have purchasing things off of our website.
And honestly, just sharing stuff, liking stuff, like you said. I know you're already present, but telling other people. Word of mouth goes very far.
Right.
Somebody who may not have heard of us, you might know them, and that might be the person that we need to talk to. So like just word of mouth, all of that, sharing with your friends, and just helping us continuously get the word out there.
Yeah, that's pretty much y'all. Yeah.
And any way that you do it, man, we really thank y'all. We really appreciate y'all.
Really do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, all the people that shows up all the time. Latte Larry, man, you a mainstay. Shout out Bo. Shout out Ray. Shout out Big Sis Chris. You know what I'm saying? Who else popped up in today, man? Shout out myself in comics. That's a Kickstarter person.
Yeah, Snacks in there.
You know what I'm saying?
But that was a Kickstarter.
Shout out
Snacks.
Shout out
Latte
Matiba.
Larry.
Don't forget Latte.
Yeah. Shout out Kamo. Shout out Will Ferrell. You know what I'm saying? And shout out all, like I said, there's 36 people here. Shout out to the silent watchers, man. Let's hear it. I get it. Not everybody want to comment. Not everybody want to be in the chat. Not everybody want to, you know what I'm saying, throw it. But I appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? We consistently.
Nigga, I don't know why I thought I heard Suge. Like everybody don't want to be all in the videos and all that. Like, I heard Suge energy. You know what I'm saying?
Come on over here to Geekset.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But no, I think we should definitely do this. I mean, it's for everybody that's in here too. I mean, like I said, we got 10 days of the Kickstarter, but we probably be doing another thing like this next month. So everybody will get a chance to see what the fuck we gonna be doing next.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whether if we got the Kickstarter, you're gonna be seeing some happy niggas next month. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hey, yeah. So if anybody hit the lotto, right,
Excuse.
and y'all looking for that
Right.
charitable donation, just go ahead and do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Go
You know
ahead
what I'm
and do it. If Oprah watching, go ahead and do it, girl. You know
yeah,
what
that's
I'm
what,
saying?
and that's really the point of this. Even what we doing, like I said, share this. Like when this is over and we drop the the recorded version, like share this because this is literally
it's
like
live
our
now,
first.
so it's just there. We don't have to
Yeah.
drop anything. You can
Well,
share.
Well,
it now.
yeah, but I'm just saying, like,
Awesome.
just share it because this is really our first. If you like what Diz is saying, if you know somebody or whatever, this is our pitch. Like this is everybody. This is our first time going live. Everybody talking about this documentary. So I want this to circulate as much as it can because we only gonna do another one next month.
Yeah.
So really push this live that we're doing out for us. You said,
Yeah. And if also, like I said, we are expanding. If you have ways that you want to contribute with Geekset and you feel like you can contribute a part of the team, hit us up. I feel like all of us, outside probably Bacardi don't check his DMs. Bacardi be social media like out. But I feel like anybody else that's on this screen, DM us if you got some things that you think that can help us or anything like that. Like I said, we are those creators that you can talk to. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things like, look, hey, you got something you want to contribute to the team and you trying to, and we can make it work. Let's make it work. If you are somebody just, hey, you just want to make a connection, hit us up. Like, we are not one of them people that don't respond to people. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, and in my defense, I try, but my DM is flooded with manufacturer shit because of the clothes stuff. So I'll be like, I don't be believing nobody. Like you said, like I don't believe nobody. You gonna have to, you're gonna have to sound like you really from somebody that know me or something. Because it's be
put an emoji in your subject.
No,
and that's how he'll know you a real person.
You need a safe word. You need a safe word.
Something.
Throw some egos in the DM when you pull up on
you gotta you gotta do something like that because I don't look at none of that shit, bro. It be too many of them, bro.
Yeah. But shit, as always, man, this is the only podcast that blend hip hop culture and geek culture together. This has been the Black Geek documentary. What we calling this roundtable?
I just put the Black Geek documentary Geekset live. I'm gonna hold you. So
I mean, yes. I mean, I was gonna say I was literally like, because we doing it when somebody's really like a Black Geek documentary podcast. We're just talking about the Black Geek documentary in a sense. So it's like,
then I'm gonna work on the spill for this. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet.
Oh, and I mean, I wanted to say really quick too. I don't know if we got anybody again, because if we got anybody in here from Milwaukee, we gonna be down at the Talib Kweli show on Wednesday.
Hey.
So
shout out
if
to
you want
shout out to
Rodnell, Culture by Design.
Culture
So
by Design.
we're gonna have a booth down there talking about the Black Geek documentary, playing the trailer. You can donate. I'm gonna bring some merch down. We're gonna be chilling. So definitely, if you guys are in the Milwaukee area, make sure y'all pop down.
There too,
Hey, and get there early and support the vendors. The rules are don't bring no liquor, don't bring no food, because it's there. So just show up, come have a good time, come chat with us, support the local vendors and the local people that's coming, the local food trucks that's coming, because it's definitely gonna be a good time. Like we went, what was that, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
And I had a great time.
What's the name? Where's it at again? I can't think of the name.
It's right outside the Performing Arts Center at the amphitheater
Performing Arts Theater on Water Street and Kilbourne. Is that?
Yeah, that's Kilbourne.
Yeah.
Right across from St. Kate.
St. Kate, yeah.
Yep, right across St. Kate. That's
the Red Arrow Park. So if you you in the area, y'all live in the area, or y'all gonna be in town, hey man, just come chop it up, and enjoy the concert, because Talib Kweli for free.
Free Talib Kweli concert is crazy. So that was I wanted to make sure.
It starts at 5. It starts. I think it's 5, right?
Yeah, 5 to 10.
5 to 10.
But
we're gonna be done there the whole time.
Yeah, I mean, I plan on it. Yeah.
All right.
Yep, but other than that, man, make sure to go check out that last Geekset podcast episode. Go check out the last episode of the Lost Holocron. And we are out. Peace.
Peace.